Okay, so if you're on TikTok, you can go to notice my phone number is right there. You can go to um, my YouTube channel. If you click on any video on my YouTube channel, then in the description, in the description of the video or any video, you could see a link to my flow page. Also notice there goes my phone number and contact information. I have people ask, how do I contact you? And they don't even look in the bio. They don't even look in the description, even though everybody on YouTube describes their services in the description. So boom, here we are on my flow page. So I just wanted to show you how to get there from TikTok. And let me look on my desktop. So we're on my desktop computer and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to my flow page here. Look right there, bam, how to contact James. How to contact James. It's all right there. People say, oh, I need your help. Help me, please. Help me, help me in the comments. They don't really care. You guys got to have some gumption to be able to take some initiative. You don't need to know everything about the court system in order to take initiative. You got to be willing to just reach out to somebody to get some help instead of lay back and passively put in the comments, hey, help me. And if I don't reply to your comment within 5 minutes, you just quit on your kids. That seems to be the problem with a lot of people. So we're in my flow page. So in here, got all kinds of resources that a whole bunch of people don't use. Let me just go through that real quick since we're here. You got, bam, there's my phone number again and how to get a consult. You can even press one button if you don't want to type the whole phone number. It's as easy as that. There's my store. Here's a video with the explanation of the 3 most important items in my store, which is also my YouTube channel. Here's my rates, how to pay, interview with Pearl. She pulled that. Proof of my wins, winning court orders. Something you don't see from any other advocate out there. Must see information. All the science and data about children struggling. Their brains don't develop properly. The statistics on absent dads. APA journal. It's amazing to me that people who watch my videos and they say they've never ever looked at this when I tell people to look at all the free evidence you can use in your court case. That means you don't care enough to get off your ass and put some effort into this. Here's this questions right here. Sample of interrogatories you can use in discovery. And then here's a TED Talk. Here's a 400-page book online about the case for father custody. A lot of quotes about the radical feminist agenda. This video is huge right here. This is Divorce Corp's 2-minute video. If you have watched my videos and you never went on my flow page, you got on my flow page, you never watched this, and you're falsely accused of abuse, I gotta say, you're pretty much an idiot for not looking at this. This talks about, you can quote judges, one judge in here, a couple of lawyers, an investigator about how women lie all the time to prove that it's a problem. But you don't want to do that because you don't want to get off your ass and put some effort into this. If you have the willingness and balls to put some effort into fighting for your kid, you would jump all over this. As soon as somebody told me information like, oh, here's information on absent fathers. Here's information about the case law where a dad got custody. I read it immediately because I wanted to learn how to fight for my kid. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't know how to fight for my kid. So they don't try and learn how to. If you don't know how to drive a car, you don't say, I'll never drive a car because I don't know how. You learn how to. You don't say, I'll never get a job doing that, what I want to do. You learn how to do it. For some reason, all common sense goes out the window and all normal human functioning goes out our brain when it comes to custody. Oh, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to try it. Learn how to do it. Okay, so Troxel versus Granville. That links you to, the Supreme Court case where it talks about what the court has to presume about you being you act in the best interest of your child. Okay, links to specific states, counties, or countries. Australia, Canada, specifics in Canada and different states. Now I have this Indiana statute that talks about the factors for determining custody. So here, what I'm doing is giving you an example of how to look at the law. So if you Google New York, best interest of child, factors custody, or Michigan, Minnesota, Florida, factors, best interest of child. If I don't have a link back there, I actually have several other states with such links. I got Illinois, Florida. But if I don't have a link there, just Google your state and you'll find the laws. Now the laws say what here? The court shall determine custody in accordance with the best interest of the child. In determining the best interest, there's no presumption of favoring either parent. The court shall consider all factors, including the following. Now, I tell you guys all the time, read every word. The court shall consider this. And you and your attorney will not go into court and won't tell them what they have to consider, even though the law says they have to consider this. Why doesn't your attorney remind the court of what the law says? Because your attorney's a chump. Why do you stick with that attorney? Because you're being a chump. The age and sex of the child, wishes of the parents, wishes of the child, especially if they're 14 years old. The interaction relationship with the child, with the parents and stuff. That's why it's crucial to have pictures going to court, showing your kids hugging on you, loving on you, you doing activities, fishing, taking them to the zoo, reading to them, cooking with them, whatever. The mental and physical health of all individuals. Most of these alienators are mentally ill. Why don't you bring that up in court in Indiana? Or every other state has a provision like this for the most part. And then, if you have, let's see, designation of power, evidence the child has been cared for. Okay, pattern of domestic violence or family violence. If the other parent is abusive toward the kid. So, let's go back to this. The law says there's no presumption favoring either parent. So the Indiana guidelines say a father of the last guy dealt with the kids under 1. Father of somebody under 1 should have a few hours on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's making a presumption that the mother gets custody. That violates the law I just showed you. If you're in Indiana, why aren't you telling people that? See, what happens is every single guy I talk to, I show them that law. They don't go in and tell the court that they're violating the law because it's really scary to tell the court that they're violating the law and my rights and stuff. How do you think we ever got Jim Crow laws repealed, or women got the women's suffrage movement got them to have rights? Because somebody stood up to the status quo bullcrap. So nobody goes in there and changes the guidelines or complains about the guidelines violating Indiana courts have to follow Indiana law. The guidelines violate the law. It probably wasn't even written by attorneys. Why aren't you going in there and telling them that? Because you're scared. Your attorney's a bitch. And then nobody goes in and changes it, and everybody goes, how come these guidelines are so biased? Because nobody's doing anything about it. Look at the law, apply the law, and fight for the law. That's one example of how you look up the law and use it.